Hey, have you ever met an animal that seems to rewrite the rules of life while it moves, thinks, hides, and even dreams? Imagine a creature without bones that can open jars, disappear into a crevice the size of a coin, and use coconut shells like armor. Picture a mind spread across 8 arms, each one tasting and touching the world independently, each one making split-second choices. Picture blue blood, 3 hearts, skin that shifts in texture and color in an instant, and behavior that sometimes looks frighteningly, wonderfully like human thought. This is not science fiction. This is the octopus. Before we drift into the deep, hit subscribe to Secrets of the World Hub, tap like if you love strange nature, and drop a comment with the weirdest animal fact you've ever heard. Because what follows will outpace most of them. The octopus is the ocean's walking question mark. Every time we learn a little, it grows 3 more mysteries. The first surprise comes the moment you look at its body. There is no skeleton, no bones. An octopus can squeeze its soft mass through a hole as small as its beak, the beak being the only rigid part of its frame. That means a full-grown octopus can vanish through a gap that would seem impossibly small for its size. In captivity, keepers have found tanks mysteriously empty in the morning, lids slightly shifted, and a trail of wet footprints leading to a drain or a corner where the creature once sat. These are not accidents. They are evidence of planning, exploration, and a determination to change environments for better survival. Inside that elastic body, life runs differently than anywhere else on Earth. Octopuses have 3 hearts. 2 pump blood to the gills. A third circulates it through the rest of the body. When the octopus swims, the central heart taking blood to the body actually slows or stops, which is why these animals prefer crawling to swimming. Swimming is costly. Their blood is blue, not red. It uses copper-based hemocyanin to carry oxygen, an adaptation best suited for cold, oxygen-poor water. Where human physiology would fail, the octopus is designed to flourish. The octopus nervous system is a marvel. More than half of its neurons are not in the central brain at the head. They are distributed along the arms. Each arm has a complex cluster of nerve cells that allows it to taste, sense, and manipulate objects by itself. An arm can feel a shell, decide how to pry it open, and execute the motion without waiting for the head to approve the action. If you cut off an arm, something researchers have observed with ethical safeguards in labs, the arm still reacts to touch and can move for a surprising length of time. That autonomy makes the octopus less like a single-minded animal and more like a community of cooperating minds, a distributed intelligence living in one body. Color change in octopus skin is immediate and dramatic. Specialized cells in the skin, chromatophores that expand and contract, iridophores that reflect light, and leucophores that scatter it, create instantaneous patterns, shimmers, and textures. But it's not only color. Octopus skin contains muscles and papillae that can bulge into spikes, flatten smooth, or take on pebbly textures to mirror rock, coral, or sand. Some species are so accomplished at disguise that they outperform the camouflage technologies in human laboratories. The mimic octopus takes this further. It imitates the shape, posture, and movement of other animals, such as lionfish or sea snakes, to frighten predators or deceive prey. Watching it shift is like watching a living hologram sculpt new identities with arm movements and skin drama. Tool use is another behavior that has flipped scientific assumptions on their head. For centuries, we thought tool use signaled a very narrow band of intelligence. Yet octopuses have been recorded carrying coconut shells and assembling them into a portable shelter. They carry halves of shell like a knight carrying a shield, arranging them when needed and moving with them tucked around their body. Some collect empty shells and create barriers or shelters. In captivity, octopuses routinely figure out how to open jars, unscrew lids, and escape enclosures. One octopus memorized the faces of specific keepers in an aquarium and reacted differently based on past interactions. Such memory suggests not only problem-solving, but social recognition and individual preference. Their hunting tactics are cunning and varied. A stealthy ambush from a den, a sudden pounce using a jet of water for propulsion, manipulating a crab's shell with tentacles until it yields. Octopuses adapt their approaches to the prey and environment. In shallow waters, they may use rocks to smash clams. In deeper places, some species hunt at night with keen tactile senses. They have been observed dragging prey into crevices and using the ambient environment to set traps. Their intelligence is not just about puzzle solving. It is practical, flexible, and often startlingly creative. There is also a darker side to their brilliance. The tiny blue-ringed octopus carries a venom so potent that a single bite can be fatal to humans. It is not aggressive. It uses this weapon as defense. Many octopus species also have salivary secretions that begin to digest prey externally before ingestion, a violent but effective adaptation. Despite their soft, often beautiful appearances, octopuses are equipped to be efficient predators. Reproduction in octopuses is a study in tragedy and sacrifice. Males use a specialized arm called a hectocotylus to deliver sperm packets to females. After mating, males often die within months. Females become utterly devoted to their eggs. A mother octopus will clean and oxygenate her clutch for weeks or months, often refusing food until the hatchlings emerge. The cost of parental care is literal. Many females die shortly after their brood hatches. Immense intelligence, a dramatic life, and an evolutionary strategy that is unusually sacrificial for such a brilliant organism. One of the most fascinating discoveries is that octopuses may have the capacity to dream. Researchers who monitored sleeping octopuses observed a rapid-fire change of skin patterns and textures during rest, which may indicate active internal replay of experiences. The skin would flash hunting patterns, then calm, then explode into chromatophore displays, suggesting mental imagery. If octopuses are indeed dreaming, it expands our understanding of consciousness and shows that vivid internal life can evolve in forms utterly unlike our own. On a cellular level, octopuses hold surprises that read like science fiction. They edit their RNA, essentially rewriting the instructions between DNA and protein production, to adapt their nervous systems for different temperatures or environmental challenges. This means their genetic expression can be tuned in ways most animals are not capable of, offering flexibility that acts like a quick evolutionary response, all within a single lifetime. Scientists are still unraveling how widespread and adaptive this RNA editing is, but it hints at biological plasticity that borders on the unbelievable. Their intelligence also shows through play and curiosity. In some aquariums, octopuses have been seen moving objects without hunger being an evident motive, interacting with toys, and engaging in activities that have no immediate survival payoff. This exploratory tendency, the apparent love for novelty, suggests emotional and cognitive complexity. They exhibit personalities. Some are bold, some shy, some prone to mischief. Keepers who care for octopuses often remark that their animals display temperaments they can learn to predict. Octopuses also read and use their environment in extraordinary ways. Certain species walk on two arms to mimic seaweed, drifting in the current like plant matter, a deceptive technique that fools predators and prey alike. Others jet across the sand in quick bursts, using water jets to propel their soft, flexible bodies with extraordinary bursts of speed. Some have been observed cooperating to a degree, not in large, organized societies, but in situational interactions, where two animals manipulate an environment in ways that suggest at least momentary coordination. The fossil record of octopuses is sparse. Their soft bodies do not preserve well, which makes their sudden emergence in evolutionary terms a puzzle. Their closest fossil relatives are ancient cephalopods like ammonites and belemnites, but the octopus line diverged and specialized in remarkable ways. This sparse history has fueled speculation and imaginative hypotheses about abrupt evolutionary leaps. And while most scientists caution against sensational conclusions, the octopus's biology remains one of evolution's most intriguing stories. At the interface of animal and machine, researchers look to octopuses for inspiration. Roboticists study their flexible arms to design soft robotics that can squeeze into irregular spaces and perform delicate tasks. Their skin inspires camouflage technologies that hope to change coloration and texture dynamically. Neurobiologists study distributed nervous systems to understand decentralized control, which might lead to new approaches in artificial intelligence. The octopus is not merely an object of curiosity, it is a template for technological innovation. There are cultural threads too. Across coastal communities, octopuses feature in myths and art, tricky spirits, shapeshifters, and creatures that bridge sea and story. They have inspired writers and filmmakers who sense an intelligence that is ancient and intimate, not hostile but utterly other. When we watch footage of an octopus methodically solving a problem, when we see it curl an arm around a jar and ease the lid free, we feel a kinship, alongside disquiet. It questions our place as the only intelligent designers of the world. We must also face the urgent reality of human impact. Many octopus populations are affected by fishing, habitat loss, pollution, and climate change. Their role in marine ecosystems is critical. As both predator and prey, they shape food webs and influence the health of reefs and seafloors. Protecting octopus habitats protects more than a single species. It protects complex systems that support thousands of other lives. Conservation efforts that consider the intelligence and sensitivity of these animals are increasing, but there is more to do. And finally, perhaps the strangest fact of all. When you look into an octopus's eyes, you see no lid, a perfectly formed pupil, and an expression that can feel eerily reflective. Their eyes evolved along a totally different path from ours, yet they solve similar optical problems in similar elegant ways. It is a stunning example of convergent evolution. Different origins, similar outcomes, and it makes the octopus feel unexpectedly familiar. So the next time you see an octopus in a clip or a tank, remember, you are looking at a creature that challenges categories. It is a problem solver and a dreamer, an escape artist and a strategist, a parent who sacrifices everything, an engineer of shelters and a master of disguise. It rewrites its own genetic messages, distributes its mind across its limbs, and adapts in minutes to environments that would kill less flexible animals. The octopus reminds us how many mysteries the ocean holds and how much humility reflection demands when we claim to understand intelligence. If this voyage into the mind of the octopus fascinated you, don't forget to subscribe to Secrets of the World Hub for more deep dives into nature's oddest wonders. Like the video if you learned something new, and tell us in the comments which fact shocked you most. Share this with someone who loves the strange and the beautiful, because the world is full of secrets, and octopuses are among the most beautiful of them.